Hi, everyone. This is going to be a real test because I'm in the airport. And I just wanted to, first of all, share my gratitude for how you all showed up last week. And as you can see, we're on the exploring edge together. Um, as an example, with Susie's house and the different measurements that came up and what was moving through. But what really felt incredible to me was the willingness to share and have it be okay that not everyone agreed. That was actually one of the first times where there was such a discrepancy. And yet I felt like the land and the home was showing us something, the power of our attention, the power of the land, a land like Sedona, where there is so many vortexes and so much focus on spirituality and healing. So, all of that I think really fills the space. So, thank you for that. And I'm sorry I had to pop off. I forgot to plug in my box and it was sort of a shortcut ending, but I'm sure Charlie and Najma and Deb did a beautiful job of closing. So this week we'll going to move into really the larger vision now that we have a sense of each other, and it feels pretty good to me as far as a first step in. And yeah, so again, we're really wanting to bring the book into this experience, and the consortium co-authors have spoken. And now that you've signed the disclosure, I feel like we can begin to offer you to bring into like our weekly assignments, just to give you one or two chapters to read through and to take some notes and notice where you get lost, or notice when you're really exalted, or you're learning something new, or this is great. So, and I feel like that's a real blessing for us because we actually do trust you, and it's what's really great is that everyone has a different experience from, some of you that are just starting with the dowsing or picking up that thread, to other people who've been doing it for so long. So I think that will give us a really good gamut. And to really find ourselves weaving in that information, as Deb was describing earlier to us, that, as far as like going deeper with the elementals and the spirit of place, and that it will be perfect because on that week when that chapter shows up, we can really bring that in and hear from you, your experiences, and what might be missing in the book, what might be great. Maybe you'll see the wayfinding log and you'll go, oh, I have something I'd really like to share regarding the relevancy of that chapter. So again, this is bringing in a new aspect, and we're always riding that crest of the wave, you might say. So, and then also this week we want to give you dyads to so you can go in deeper with each other, get to be more of a learning intimacy. Who is the person that we're working with, and be able to go on a deeper level. So we will switch that up probably like every 2 weeks, so that you get to meet new people and be able to dive in a little bit deeper. And if you need help with something, perfect. That person's probably the perfect person. And lastly, in terms of the greater vision, we will do some visioning next week and really get a sense of, okay, where are we going? And I'll give you an example. I did bring it up on the first week to just be aware of how spirit is capturing your attention. What is showing up? Is it about another country, or is it about whatever, Palestine or Israel? Or as an example for me, what showed up was working with schools. And I feel like that when it showed up was very, very powerful. And a lot of times I will really get an inkling of where we're meant to focus. But I also feel it's important that everyone goes, yeah, that's amazing. Let's do that. So you might want to consider this. There was someone in the consortium many years ago, and he worked with a school, and I'll tell more of that story next week. But he said to me, Shelley, why aren't you working on schools? It's the place where we can make one of the greatest impacts in regarding the children. And we know that, you know, it's usually, a school is usually put on not the best soil, or they place a transfer station right next door. So these are some of the things that we might want to take part in, and maybe it could be everyone picks a school, but maybe we pick 2 or 3 that we decide we're going to work with together. And begin to actually be able to have some measurable results as Tiff did. And I'll share more about that next week. So with that, sending much love. You always can get a hold of one of the consortium co-authors or myself through texting, or I'll put in everybody's email and hopefully phone number, so everyone has access to everybody else. All right. So love you all. I hope you can hear this. I'm on my way to New Zealand, and we'll be back next morning. So blessings to you. Much love, Shelley. See you later.